The Song of Pelinal, Volume 3, On His Enemy. Editor's Note: Volumes 1 through 6 are taken from the so-called Raymond manuscript located in the Imperial Library. It is a transcription of older fragments collected by an unknown scholar of the early Second Era. Beyond this, little is known of the original sources of these fragments, some of which appear to be from the same period, perhaps even from the same manuscript. But, as no scholarly consensus yet exists on dating these 6 fragments, no opinions will be offered here. Pelinal Whitestrake was the enemy of all elf kind that lived in Cyrod in those days. Mainly, though, he took it upon himself to slay the sorcerer kings of the Aelids in prearranged open combats rather than at war. The fields of rebellion he left to the growing armies of the Paravania and his bull nephew. Pelinal called out Haramir of Copper and Tea into a duel at the Tor, and ate his neck veins while screaming praise to Raymond, a name that no one knew yet. Gordhauer the Shaper's head was smashed upon the goat-faced altar of Ninandava, and in his wisdom Pelinal set a small plague spell to keep that evil from reforming by Welkind magic. Later that season, Pelinal slew Hadhul on the granite steps of Sayatar, the Fire King's spears knowing their first refute. For a time, no weapon of the Aelids could pierce his armor, which Pelinal admitted was unlike any crafted by men, but would say no more even when pressed. When Huna, whom Pelinal raised from grain slave to hoplite and loved well, took death from an arrowhead made from the beak of Selethiel the singer, the Whitestrake went on his first madness. He wrought destruction from Narlime all the way to Celadil, and erased those lands from the maps of elves and men, and all things in them, and Perif was forced to make sacrifice to the gods to keep them from leaving the world in their disgust. And then came the storming of White Gold, where the Aelids had made pact with the Aurorans of Meridia, and summoned them, and appointed the terrible and golden-hued half-elf Umaril the Unfeathered as their champion. And, for the first time since his coming, it was Pelinal who was called out to battle by another, for Umaril had the blood of the Ada, and would never know death.